Welcome back to the channel, everybody. It has been a minute. The series of events that have delayed this video could be studied by tragedy studiers everywhere. Soap opera writers, the works. Whew. But yeah, let's start with what I can get into first of all. We are no longer in our original world. This is, in fact, a new world. That's why you can tell everything seems to be raised off the ground, because I had to transfer our base to this. Some of those over there look better than these over here. Like our assembly building there is massive, way off the ground, big block. I'll get to that in a second. The reason I did that was, if you remember from the last video, or actually the last couple videos, I was lamenting the lack of... What was that? What is this? It's been so long, even I don't remember what I've done. But yeah, basically, I was lamenting the fact that our space did not generate the way I wanted to. There were no asteroids, only planets, which is not great. It's not what I'm looking for. So I recreated the world. It's a different world, not the exact same, not the same planets. We don't have the real stars or anything like that. I figured we've been getting into trouble with complicating ourselves, so I did a pretty normal world here without any groundbreaking mods, just the ones we kind of had before, minus that other one. Why do I keep hearing big grinding sounds around me? Oh, I think we're good, but it's weird. But yeah, as you can see, we settled by this nice lake. Gives us access to a lot more ice. That'll come in handy. Instead of that river that was, 20 kilometers away. Yes, let's get back to the base itself. Yeah, we just raised things. Did some cool things like with this. I had to cover up our conveyors that were buried underground. And I really like how this turned out. I had to extend our, tower here. Can't remember if you guys saw this ship. It's ugly. It's just a placeholder. It does the job. Yeah. I think that's all I need to talk about as far as the base goes. Oh, and I'd just like to point out this blue looks really nice in our system, because this used to be ground level, if you remember. There was grass and dirt right here. But that's not the case anymore. So I had to raise it up, but I did like that I put this blue here because it could be interpreted as either like, solar panels or like a pool that's cooling electrical components or something. I don't know. Just liked how it turned out. Let's go over here. Actually, it's gone now, which is great. The sky crawler. I finally decided to get rid of it. It was about time. So to do that, I brought back a tool from one of our previous survival series, which our space elevator, which I guess is technically still connected to this one, because that was the same one where we built our big ship that crashed, which, I can't even remember the name of that. That was a long time ago. But yeah, basically I built this, and then it's basically just a glorified build and repair station that we used for building the space elevator. I used that to destroy the sky crawler, which is gone officially now. Woof. Okay. So now that that's all out of the way, why are we jumping into the story here? That's a fantastic question. I'm so glad you asked. If I was going to blame anyone, I would first like to blame YouTube. For smaller creators such as myself, YouTube really pushes hard on using memberships, which, if you guys have noticed on the channel, I don't have membership option. I might have one coming up here soon. Anyways, that's what I'm getting into here, is I started thinking about, okay, what would I do for memberships? Obviously, my upload schedule is already pretty sparse, so I don't know if I could get, regular content for members only. But I was like, what I do have is videos that never got edited and uploaded. The most famous of which, at least for me, is the Build or Never Surrender finale, which ended up being like 6 hours long of footage. And I was like, hey, I don't want to edit that. And then it put me in a rut, and I took another 3-month break or whatever after that one. So thankfully, cut my rut time in half. We're only at like a month and a half since the last upload. But yeah, so I got to that and I was like, oh yeah, I could edit that and upload it as an exclusive, you know, memberships only, because it's not going to be edited really well. It'll mostly just be, you know, I think I actually did export it already. I just edited the intro really, and then the rest of it's just raw footage. So it's not exciting. Most people wouldn't want to watch it, but if you're a dedicated hardcore fan and want to hop on the membership train, that video would be there for you. That was my thought process. But once again, I started editing that video, and man, did I suddenly lose the will to edit NEA videos. And once that was done, yeah, we basically didn't record. Hence why we are here now. Oh wait, we're not here now because there's still something else that happened. I recorded a video about 2 weeks ago, which is why this is actually not even where we were. It's hard to explain because it makes me angry, but I recorded another video and it didn't get uploaded because I updated OBS right before, and it ignored all my recording settings, so none of the audio for the game or my voice came through. So I sat there for 2.5 hours recording something, and then yeah, nothing was there. So yeah, basically that demoralized me again. Thankfully I was like, nah, we gotta get a video out. This curse has to be broken. So hopefully this is the video you guys are gonna see. Basically, it's been a journey getting here, as we've been recording for 8-ish minutes now, and I'm just discussing the beginning of this. So yeah, this is technically like episode 2.5 of this series. We'll see if I end up editing the video with no audio and uploading it also probably as a membership video, because again, I don't want it to be like a, ooh, you really want to watch this, so I'm locking it behind a paywall. I would want it to be like, hey, you really like the channel? Here's some content that I don't really want to upload to the main channel, but might still have, you know, value to you guys. So those videos might get uploaded. I might do a little bit of sprucing it up, but yeah, just know it's exclusive for a reason. What's really hard is to remember what happened in the interim videos. Obviously, as I came here, I was like, what is this wall for? I did remember it was for this cool shuttle I was working on, but yeah, there's so much to catch up on, and like, I'm sure this isn't even interesting content at this point because you don't really care why we're here. You're here for the new survival series. This is going to be episode 1 of our 2025 survival, which, oh my gosh, it's already April? January, February, March, April? Yeah, whew. My apologies, but here we are. Again, this has roots in our 2024 survival series, so if you are new to the channel and wanting to see how we got from here, or from there to here, go watch that series. That'll be up on the channel. I don't think anything on that is exclusive or under a paywall yet. No, nothing will. That's my scout guarantee. But anyways, so now we're here. I think I was having the idea of, hey, I want to go to space now, because we wanted to go to space last time. Oh yeah, and we really want to get Prototech. Prototech has been around for probably 6 months now or something. Can't remember when those updates were coming out. It was an exciting time, but I still haven't actually gone and experienced it in survival. So we are gonna build basically a warship or something that can take on these encounters and get us some end game blocks. That being said, we're gonna need to go to space to do that because we're gonna need some vital ingredients. This is our only space-capable ship at the moment, besides our build and repair, or static grid 39 as it's labeled currently. But I think this will be the most useful for us, at least because it can, you know, it has drills on it, so it has multiple functionality. So I'm thinking, let's go set up a small mining operation in space. Okay. I just queued up basically everything we're gonna need for our space base. We'll also probably queue up a bunch of steel plates just because that's... Can never have too many of those bad boys. All right. Cargo capacity on this thing is limited if I remember correctly. By limited, I mean basically non-existent. I wish... Do I have access out here somewhere? Doesn't appear to be the case. I really like the design of this ship. I think it was from the advent calendar that is a really awesome addition that people do every year. Okay, yeah, we have 4 small cargo containers. That should be just fine. All right, I think we're looking good here. Should be enough to get us started. I think I've got some extras here, so we'll grab like another 250 large ones just to make sure we're not under. Ooh, motors. Where'd my motors go? I know we need more motors than that. There we go. Yeah, we'll even grab a few more. I wish the build and repairs would push to cargo containers. In fact, that should be an option. Let's see. Push items. Yeah, it says it'll push them automatically. So, guess not. Anyways, I think that's good. Let's take to the skies, baby. Oh, we gotta turn off our hydrogen tanks. They were on stockpile. All right. Oh, helps to disconnect. And away we go. Goodbye, base. We use our bottom thrusters to really get going. I really like this planet. It's definitely one of my favorites. I think it could use a little more... Well, no, it's pretty personal. I was gonna say it needs more like a personal touch, but like the river is all custom. Yeah, I don't know. I think it's great. The boulders, I think, it's excessive. There's excessive amounts of boulders, which is good for a normal playthrough, but when I was doing the land crawler, it was not ideal. There's an asteroid there. Okay, we are good. In fact, that was the first one I saw, so let's go to it. I just realized I forgot to put a waypoint. That's gonna be... Well, we got the giant lake. The giant lake will be able to tell us where our base is gonna be. In fact, there's no waypoint on this drill ship either. This is not how I typically play the game. But we are officially out of P gravity. Does this thing even have an ore detector on it? Nope. Yeah, this is a underwhelming drill ship to take into space, but that's okay. What a great game this is. You ever just have those moments where you're playing and you're just like, wow. Hats off to Keen, always. What a fantastic company, really. Hopefully we get more Space Engineers 2 updates soon. I know they've started adding weekly block updates, which is awesome. Got conveyors and half blocks that are, you know, much needed. Right, so what's the move here? I need an ore detector, but to get an ore detector, I kind of need to build a base because I did not bring detector components. Do we want to attach it to a rock? And by a rock, I mean asteroids. I usually do that. I kind of want to just jump straight to, you know, independent space station. So let's go out just a little bit from our local asteroid cluster there. That way there's room because we're going to be powered by solar for a bit. But yeah. Oh. It's helpful to put on your helmet when you go into the vacuum of space. Okay. Oh, I forgot I had stuff in my inventory. Oh, dude, I have detector components in my inventory. Okay. We are good. I just don't know where an ore detector would go at this point. Maybe back here? Nope, don't do that in the pink. Do it in dark red. Oh, we need 30 detector components. Never mind. Okay. Well, let's get started here. I think we're gonna keep the white and red theme from our base, at least the launch facility, because I really like that. So I'm gonna start with our white blocks. Another thing that consumed my time lately was I discovered that my childhood MMO, Lego Universe, was still accessible. Not accessible, but it was hostable on your own. So you could create your own server and host it, and then play the game and have friends come along. And that was fantastic news, because the only thing that broke my attention to that game was the behemoth of a game that was Minecraft. So it was really awesome to find out that I could play that again. And so I actually spent probably 20 hours learning Linux and yeah, I guess just Linux and coding within Linux, because a few years ago I did a coding boot camp. So I'm not like totally not good at coding, I guess. But I've never messed around with Linux, I should say. So that was a long and arduous process. And I didn't even get it 100% where I like it, but I got it enough that my friends could all join. And I had a couple friends that played it growing up as well, so we liked messing around with that. Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I don't know how it suddenly became an even square. I had it 5 by 5, and then 6 by 6. But then it was just 8 by 8. I just went around it again. Now it's 10 by 10. So I am very confused. I guess we could just throw another side on here. So now it's 11. Right? 10. So then we just do one more line. Okay. I see what I'm doing. I was going around the edge of the whole thing when I should have just added one row on each side. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 11. Okay. Well, our base platform is now 11. 11. But yeah, let me know if any of you guys remember playing Lego Universe back in the day. And maybe I'll make some content on it. Who knows? I really like that game. It's truly a... canceled before its time, honestly. As I was playing it again, I was like, man, this is Fortnite before Fortnite. If the game had been free to play with a battle pass and cosmetics, it would have had no trouble staying afloat. And I think the Lego team knows that, and that is why they've partnered with Fortnite to basically, you know, make lots of Lego Fortnite toys and bring lots of Lego stuff into Fortnite, which, man, I'm talking about Fortnite like I actually play it. I do not play Fortnite, but I am vaguely aware of what has gone on in that industry, and it's yeah, pretty cool. I just wish that Lego Universe had been the one to make it big, because it's truly a fantastic game, canceled before its time. But yeah, that's all I'll say about it. Let me know again if you have any interest in seeing any content relating to it. In honor of Lego Universe, I'm going to name it Nexus Station. I know I just said that was all I was going to say, but anyways, it is a station now, so let me dock this bad boy. It's not much to dock to, but at least it will... Oop. I need to line it up like this. Cool. How's our inventory looking? Yeah, we're good. Okay, now that we're connected, I kind of want to build a build and repair, because I am a lazy builder now, and the build and repair has made life so good. Uh-oh. Where's the build and repair? Do I not have it unlocked? That was one of the unfortunate side effects of restarting, is that my progression's now messed up. So let's build a couple progression blocks so that we can unlock the blocks we actually want. There we go. Build and repair unlocked. Now let's pop it out, have it start doing its thing. I don't know why I forgot to grab a big chunk of construction components. Where can we get some from? Oh, we've got a hostile ship inbound. I don't think it's coming towards... It's getting closer, but I don't think it's coming at us. And we don't have any beacons or anything to attract attention, so hopefully we're fine. But just in case, I kind of want to watch it in case I need to bail. I think it's like at like 3-something kilometers you've been detected and you're doomed. Does it look like it's spinning? It's probably just the render distance, but it looks like it's just spinning. I don't even know if I have a med bay or survival kit on this thing. It's so bright. It's very clearly pointing up and away from me, but the distance keeps getting closer and closer. Let me make sure my antenna's off. Hold on. Oh. It's starting to slow down the distance. I'm hoping we'll see it pop back up to a higher number. Come on, 3.11. Show me 3.11. There she is. All right, 3.11. It is technically going away from me now. But boy, is that close. Too close. I don't understand how I didn't get enough construction components because, like, the assembler and the refinery are gonna take a bunch. Yeah. All right, well, let me put a temporary waypoint here. We're gonna run back to the base. All right. Got our waypoint there. Let's disconnect and head on back home. Nothing like a quick jaunt into space to humble you. Okay. I think it's about there. Don't want to get going too fast because as much as I like this ship, it has flaws, and the flaws are definitely directions. Changing directions fast is not a good thing. Or is a good thing, and it cannot do it, which is a bad thing. Okay. Looks like our station's about 6.5 kilometers outside of P gravity, which is good. That way means I have a lot of distance I can expand the station to in all directions without having to worry about, oh, suddenly we're in P gravity or anything like that. We should also remember to, actually, hopefully the build and repairs do it, but we need to make sure our ore detector gets welded up. Oh, dude, I think I can see it on the... It's right there. You see it? Man, I'm good. Who needs a GPS waypoint even? The answer is B. I do. Because while I am good at guessing and I know the geographical location, that's just right now. No clue if I'll remember that in, a week from now. Well, actually, I guess I remembered it for 2 or 3 weeks since last time I filmed that failed. Anyways, we'll put a GPS point. I don't know why I'm still talking about this. Someone tell me to be quiet. The building repairs got it. Nice. Okay, so let's hit our cargo. Construction components. We're just gonna throw basically all the ones in here that I can find. Because that's just one of those resources that you always need more than you think. They're the opposite of displays. All right, that should be plenty though. Let's see if there's any, yeah, no. Oh, there's 8,000 in there, holy cow. Don't know how that got in there, but yep, we're good, we're covered. Actually, yeah, let's top off our tanks first. And away we go. See, look, my station also looks like it's glowing. Wonder what's causing that. I don't know, but I mean, it's cool. Don't get me wrong, but I'm just curious. I don't think I've noticed that before. That the grids are like, have this shine on it. It's cool though, for sure. It also makes it easier to see in space, which is nice. And we're back. Oh, we're back too good. Alright. So I think the last space station I made was the station on top of the space elevator. So it's actually been a minute since I've gotten to stretch myself creatively on this. I mean, unless you count the oh, I forgot to put a GPS coordinate again. Okay, whatever. But yeah, unless you count that base down there as a station. It's a big station, but it's not a space station. Okay, our build and repair is up. It's operational. Fly mode, well before grind. There you go, get to work. I'm gonna get rid of that block because that's not necessary. Sweet rat. Now let's see if I can't shape this bad boy, because it's clearly not the greatest shape. I'm gonna want some decent cargo. Probably one of our big boys. Well, actually, we need to make this functional first. Let's do things in their proper order here. Somehow we didn't get enough power cells. Which is annoying, but thankfully we should be able to power this off of whatever you call it. Oh, words are hard today. Off the mining ship here. So I'm not too concerned about it, but yeah, when I disconnect from the station, it'll die basically until I reconnect. Oh. Condor dropship. What are the odds that we are in danger? I feel like very high. What do you guys say? I think it's technically further away than even that other one was. So I think we're probably fine, but man, is that scary. Okay, yeah, the kilometers are slowing down substantially. And yep, it just ticked back upwards. So we're good to go. Bye-bye, Condor.
Meteor storm
It's good thing it's not a Halo Condor, or else we'd be in serious trouble. Okay. And this is almost done, so I'm gonna let it complete here real quick. Oh, does that say meteor storm? Oh yeah, but it's up there, we're good. I do want to find some magnesium. I think that's why I originally planned to come up here, is because we also need to get some magnesium. Oh, that is like all over us. Go away. That prototech's pretty
Meteor
close.
storm inbound.
Did I just say another meteor storm? Clang is trying to take me out. Yeah, literally another one. Okay, well, yeah, we need to get some more resources so that we can make battery components. In fact, I'm gonna queue those up preemptively. So yeah, if we look here, I wonder if we can see anything turn off once we disconnect. Yeah, you can see everything goes red. That's okay, because we do have a waypoint there. So now let's go back to our first rock and see if our ore detector picks anything up. Oh, we got ice and magnesium. That is fantastic. Ice is good and magnesium is also. I gotta be careful with this thing. I am gonna end up crashing it. Ice will be good to keep the ship in motion. So we'll mine some of that real quick. Oh, I already have a lot of ice. Large grid drills are so nice. I think I saw someone on the Space Engineers Reddit go, why do you even need large grid drills? My small grid drills do the trick. What's the point of building a large grid mining ship? It's like, you have taken a sip of a single drop of water when there's a whole ocean out here waiting for you, buddy. Mining with large grid is fantastic. I don't have any lights on this, and I'm scared to go in the dark, so we're gonna see if we can't find the magnesium further down. Oh, yeah, looks like there's some right in there. I don't know why. I don't really need magnesium at this point, but doesn't hurt to collect. Ouch. This ship really difficult to stop. And actually, that's all I'm gonna grab for now because I don't want the drill to get stuck on it. Okay. So we got some stuff, but not enough stuff. Let's head to this cluster over here next. It'd be nice to find some uranium, but we'll settle for some silicon, I guess. It's good that we've got a lot of ice around. I'm a big fan of ice. Oh, in fact, if we have so much ice, maybe we'll do a hydrogen generator. Things to think about. We'll see if our solar arrays get going and if they're any good. Okay. A good little dash of silicon for our collections. Don't really want to mark it all quite yet. Obviously, I'll mark like uranium or platinum if we find it. I have a problem with GPS points. I hoard them. Hence why I'm trying to go without a little bit this time. So let's talk shop about our future warship that we'll use to acquire prototech with. I'm thinking we'll want it to be pretty small, so it's maneuverable, but like definitely big enough to have weapons and stuff on it. Probably like a corvette or maybe a destroyer-sized. Ice again. This might be our sign. We might need to do hydrogen. But yeah, kind of a destroyer-sized. I want to have like quite a few jump drives, because obviously one of Prototech's main issues is that it's always pretty far away. That one's very close, surprisingly. But also more jump drives equals, you know, if I need to flee from my fate, that is an option. I think we'll do lots of assaults and Gatling turrets. That way we have guns kind of going a lot of the time. I've done ships with just like mainly artillery, and while it is nice, it doesn't seem to keep the enemy at bay quite as well. I find myself, desperately waiting for them to reload so they can fire again. But, I mean, when they do fire, boy, do they pack a punch. So we'll definitely have like a main battery of those, or even maybe some of the modded weapons that we have, mostly Star Trek ones, which might be fun. So yeah, lots of jump drives, lots of weapons. I don't know if I want to go all in on heavy armor. I feel like I need to, but I don't know. I always struggle building with heavy armor because it just feels like it's a huge investment. That being said, we did just find cobalt, so that might feed our metal grid's need. As soon as we get things going... Oh, I guess we do have some lights on it. They're just not very powerful. And I'll mark this. I consider cobalt a fairly rare... Not rare, but, when you need it, you need it. Call this Nexus Orbit Cobalt. That way we can signify where this cobalt is in orbit of Nexus Station. I wonder what planet that is. That one's probably our closest neighboring planet. In fact, it might even be a moon. Or maybe it's just really big. Who knows? Ah, is that gold? Do I spy gold from all the way up here? Our destroyer will probably want lots of gyros as well. We want it to be maneuverable. But then that also means lots of thrusters. Basically, I just want a ship that's lots, apparently. I'm not having any, profound ideas at the moment. I'm just like, it should have a lot of this and a lot of that. Ooh, is that platinum, maybe? More silicon. Boo. Yeah, I do want to make my way back a little bit, but don't want to hit asteroids I've already hit. I don't think I want to go all out to make our Prototech Chaser ship a, our flagship quite yet. I think we still, we have a very developed planetary base, but we still need to, build a good station and stuff. So my goal is within 5 or so episodes to be engaging our first Prototech signal, and I don't think that's enough time to build out a space station, set up an extensive mining operation, and then design and build a whole flagship. So this will be, more just our main antagonizer, our aggressor. There's a mining carriage that has spawned, which we were supposed to get that new update here. They made it seem like it was imminent, and it's been a couple weeks. You know what it is? It's probably Xbox again, or PlayStation. The update's probably done. They just need to approve it on that side. It's the problem with consoles. My gosh dang consoles. Is this another cobalt and an ice? Dude, I don't need cobalt. Let's grab this one. Oh, that one's very iron dense. I'm gonna want to go there and mark it just for when it is flagship time. It's like 3 deposits right in a row. I think I even see... Oh no, I think that's a hole to the planet right there. Yeah. Go, Nexus Orbit Iron. Okay, I think we've got a good stockpile here for the moment. Was I looking for something in particular? I feel like nickel. To be safe, we'll grab a big stockpile of stone. That way we can produce our power components. It's my favorite way to mine. Get it moving just a slight amount in one direction and then turn off the dampeners and let it do its thing. Eventually it'll either move too fast or catch on a side or something like it just did, but for a while it lets you move basically on your own, mining away. Okay, splendid. We're gonna call that good. I think we're a bit fuller than we were. All right, back to Nexus Station. Oh, that's a little molded air to wreck my day. But yeah, back to our, conversation about destroyers and whatnot. Feel free to send me blueprints of ships on the workshop, because as much as I love this game, I cannot build better than functional. I just really enjoy building blueprints of people's ship that they design that are better, like this one. This is functional and looks great. Mine are not that way. So feel free to send me some designs, or if you really want me to dip my toes into building something, we can for sure do that. I just, you know, it's more fun when the battle looks cool because it's got a cool ship in it, you know? When cool ships are fighting each other, it's great. When they're ugly, it's like, huh? It's missing something. That pizzazz, you know? Don't know why that just turned New York Mafia. I'm walking here. Is that New Jersey, actually? Is that what New Jersey really is, though? Just the New York Mafia? I've never been to the East Coast, can you tell? I've been to Florida, but that's about it. Maybe I did a layover in North Carolina once upon a time. These are U.S. states, if you're an international viewer. Alright, as you can see our refinery there, which is good. Nothing came along and blew it up while we were gone. Alright, we are docked once again. We are also kind of out of oxygen. Okay. Let's see what our assembler's doing. Is it also producing stuff yet? No. How about this bad boy? Why does this not... Oh, I didn't connect it yet. That's why. Alright, refinery is plumbed up. We are now making iron. I'm gonna prioritize the stone. Oh, I did should have at least brought stuff for our modules. And we haven't unlocked those yet either. Cool. Okay, yep, now we can build our speed and modules and stuff. I think we're just doing straight yield on this guy, though. It's gonna be even more power hungry, I believe. Let's see how long this ship can stay powered. Depleted in 9 hours. Yep, that's about what I suspected. Let's get our first solar array up over here. So we're gonna need rotor and a hinge. Actually gonna also queue up the more battery power components. Not that there's gravity to worry about, but let's still lock down the rotor and hinge. Our oxygen is starting to become critical here. Let's see if we can't just kind of plug in an oxygen tank into the base, kind of quick and dirty like. Except for we gotta unlock tanks by building an O2H2 generator. Okay. Plug this bad boy back in. Any day now, build a repair. It's not like my life's at risk here. Alright, is this guy filling up at all? It is not. I have ice though, right? I had ice. Well, I was betting on having ice. How do you build an oxygen farm? Now this is exciting. I think these are, it's light powered though. So we need to like throw it down here. Oh, that's why. Oh, we still have ice. I just had it locked on the wrong thing. Okay, so now if we do an O2H2 generator, just right there, it should grab ice. Yep, which should go into here. Yep. Which means if I pop back into our cockpit, I'm alive! Yay! Okay, well, that was almost going to be a crisis, but it has been averted. Yeah, I don't think there's anything wrong with having a tank there at the moment. This is a very quick and dirty station, and we're doing our best just to survive. Okay, so now, this looks funky, so I'm gonna make it a little better connected. And let's see how I want to make this. I think I tried to do a funky design a time or two ago and it just didn't work out. So I think we'll just stick with like semi-stylish blades. I actually have not thought this through in any way. So I'm hoping that this just works out in space. It should. It's got full range of motion. But yeah, let's make our custom turret. It's probably the only like semi-advanced block that I'm comfortable using, I feel like. But am I really comfortable using it if I only use it for one thing? That is a question for another day. Oh, we need detector components and displays. Okay. Our rotor is our rotor. Our elevation is our hinge. Name this solar array just to make it easier to find. Assign the camera. Hopefully this doesn't explode. Oh, we are locked. That's gonna explode. Hold on, hold on, hold on. Off. Okay. Rotor. Unlock. It's moving. Uh-oh. Hinge. Unlock. Now we aim at the sun. Oh boy. Oh boy. Are we good? I saw some building repairs going, but I think we're good. Okay, we do need some more girders and solar cells though. All right, we can build in an exclusively white. Let's get our dark red out there. Sweet. I will now duplicate it on the other side. All right, it is now duplicated. I don't like that it's wiggling a lot, but what can you do? All right, we need some more solar cells. As much as I love cobalt, we don't need that much here at the moment. Maybe we could alternate the
Meteor storm inbound.
colors. Anyways, whatever. It's functional. Oh! The meteors are quite close. I think we survived. Now, whether we'll survive again, that's another story. I'm gonna build up our last 2 batteries of our 5 just to make it look better. Then we'll cover it up. So the idea will be have 1 solar array on that side, 1 on this side, and then building up, I guess. Is the whole array finished? It is. Yeah, we should be making good amounts of power now. Still says fully depleted. I know we are refining a bunch, so. All right, maybe we'll duplicate it now. I'm also gonna share tensor or whatever that thing is, because it seems like it's just a little wiggly. There we go, much more stable. Okay. So yeah, if you're following along at home, make sure to share inertia.
Energy low.
Energy's low. Tell me something I don't know. Do we have computers? That'd be something I don't know. We are. We've got silicon, so I'm gonna crank out 1,000. Let's make sure our silicon is being also gets refined. Okay, then this was 19 blocks. So, alright, so now let's get those solar panels on and then we'll recharge our batteries. Alright, now that we've got those placed, let's hop into our ship and start recharging. I could still queue stuff up in our assembler from here, so I'm actually going to hit up our solar panels and do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Should be enough components to get everything going. We tipped over into fully recharged. Granted, it's recharged in days, but it is now recharging, so that's good. That's good. All right, that should be all welded up now. Let's just take a peek here. Fully recharged in 2 days. That's good enough for me, and that's only half of, or 3/4 of our solar arrays. All right, so let's get a camera on this bad boy and then have it configured correctly. Can't remember if I locked it or not, but I hopefully didn't. There we go. Just had to manually flip it around there, and now it's GTG. Cool. I don't think that'll change, but let's just see if it is faster now. Yeah, okay, I guess one day. We'll just build out the rest of it. Don't know if I'll actually prioritize building it, but if we at least get it placed, then I'll feel better. I say I won't prioritize it like I'm not gonna prioritize it, but here we are. I mean, may as well at this point, right? Let's get get it all ready. In fact, let's get the paint job set up as well. Okay. There we go. That should get it all finished up. That's good. Are we far enough in this episode that I can talk about the Captain Jack controversy? Hopefully all the more casual viewers have left by now. You know how YouTube retention is. People come for what they like, and then as soon as something's not what they want, they leave, and that's okay. But I would certainly like to discuss Captain Jack. If you're unaware, he has a couple videos out about it now, which, claimed he wasn't trying to content farm it, but here we are, getting content farmed. He's got some videos. He was removed from Keen Software House's advanced access program to space engineers. This was done without warning or any notification to him, which I agree is not really a great a great way to have gone about things, Keen. You should probably communicate with people. That's just a good idea in general. But that's about where I stop agreeing with Jack. Jack's entitled to know why he was kicked out. I think he does have pretty good sway in the community, and he has been here for a while, as he'll happily tell you every video. He's been making content on this game for a while. That being said, I wrote down a couple notes here, so I'll try and read it here in case you guys are interested. If you're not interested, feel free to skip through the video. But he has he mentioned that people called him difficult to work with, and instead of commenting or internalizing that comment, he kind of immediately just jumps to, "That's unprofessional to say. That's rude. That's unprofessional." It's like, did we take a second to ask why they feel that way? To me, he never apologizes for being difficult to work with. He never, because there's certain content creators out there that you can watch their content, and obviously they put up their, personalities and whatnot to keep people engaged. It's a little bit of an act in some regards. And the ones that have to try hard to have a good personality, that's when you can kind of see through the cracks. And they'll let little things slip into their videos where you get this vibe, you're like, oh, this person isn't quite as genuine as I had thought they were being. Hopefully you feel I'm being genuine right now, because I am, truly. This is just the ramblings of my brain. But I guess, yeah. Captain Jack is one of those creators that I used to really enjoy watching back in the day. And then enough moments slipped through the cracks where I was noticing, like, oh, his personality is probably somewhat brutal to deal with in real life. It takes a certain personality type to become big on YouTube, and it isn't always the most genuine and good person out there, right? There's probably, being an entrepreneur, it's what it really is. It's the same kind of personality that you need. Can be very, rungs on a ladder. You'll step on who you need to get where you're going. Anyways, that's neither here nor there. That's just my opinion of Captain Jack has diminished over the years because of just moments like that where I see him being difficult to work with. Like he was saying, he was being called out as. So yeah, I would have preferred to have him say, hey, I admit that my personality is different than other people's, and sometimes that creates conflict, but it was still unprofessional to say that. But to me, him calling out that it's unprofessional without coming from that place of humility is exactly why he's difficult to work with. Regardless, the point of the videos is to weaponize backlash against Keen Software House to get what he wants, which it's fine if he's developed negative feelings toward Keen. I just don't know if he says he loves this game. I won't comment on that, whether he does or not. But you don't love a game by putting negativity out about it. And because what you're doing, what your actions are doing, every time you say, oh, I can't believe we still don't have working doors in Space Engineers 2, what you're doing is disparaging the game and its developer. It's not about it. It's fine to have opinions. Me personally, I would love it if the doors would work, but you don't hear me say every video, man, all these updates and yet still no working doors, because what you're doing is just drawing attention to the negativity rather than the positivity. If games like Cyberpunk, which is a AAA amazing game, I don't know if I've commented on the series in a while, but Cyberpunk is probably my favorite game of all time, at least story-driven game. I very highly recommend people return to it. But that game was heavily damaged by its launch, but also by the creators, the content creators, who, you know, at the time everyone was jumping on the hate Cyberpunk train because it was free views, free clicks. Everyone was all over it. But now that the game's great, people still are shying away because the negativity that surrounded it. And that's where we look at Space Engineers 2, which is a really... Obviously, we know what it can be because we have Space Engineers 1. We're playing it right now. Well, sort of. I'm over here gabbing away. But we know what it can be, and those of us that have caught the vision are really excited to see what it can be. But if you start weaponizing backlash and negativity against the game, you'll find momentum slows down. The game won't have as much, you know, momentum to reach what we know it can be. And then, it's a self-fulfilling prophecy. By being negative about everything about the game, you know, will stop receiving people that want to play it, and it'll just start dying on the vine, which will then cause support to be cut, and, you know, roadmaps to change, and we could end up with a bad game because, you know, public perception has turned against it. Obviously, in Cyberpunk's case, that didn't happen because Cyberpunk had it had a lot of money behind it. CDPR is a huge company. They made a ton of successful games, so having one flop was okay because they had the reserve money to, you know, put the time and effort in and fix the game. Keen Software House does not. It is a smaller company. That's just a fact. I'm pretty sure they mentioned their, like, employee list, or like how many employees, and it was like maybe 100, which there are YouTube channels with more staffing than that. So it is very much a small company. It's an indie game, but it has so much potential, and we love this game, right? That's why we're here. We're here making content about the game we love, and imagining this game but on a new engine with ray tracing, planets, survival. That sounds like heaven, and it's a game I will dump another 1,000 hours into.
Meteor storm inbound.
Blah. I don't know if I'm going to keep going with that. That's just sort of my feelings. I wish Captain Jack the best, obviously. He's a big pillar of the community. Oh. Aha. Are we good? I think we're good. Somehow, some way, we're good. I got that magnesium, right? Hopefully. Let's check ores. I did. We're gonna prioritize our magnesium now. We're gonna build a couple turrets because these meteor storms are putting us in dire straits. Anyways, like I said, I wish Captain Jack the best. His latest videos made it clear that he is, you know, not giving up on Space Engineers, but he is going to focus on other things. I, for one, think that was probably a good idea to do a couple years ago for him. He has probably the most subscribers of any Space Engineers creator. You know, I think he's closing in on 250K, but he's still, you know, 238K or something. But his videos, I know this is going to be kind of, you know, ironic coming from me, but his view counts are not anywhere close to a 250K subscriber channel. Videos that have been up for a month might make it past 10K views. And views are supposed to be the easy thing. That's getting new subscribers, that's difficult, but views, ugh. I don't know. He's got a great backlog of videos to support, but I feel like this is all irrelevant. Oh my gosh. Anyways, I am rambling very endlessly. I am probably gonna have to edit the heck out of this because anyways, words are words. I hope Captain Jack the best. He does need to get some new content going, maybe find a new fan base, because I don't think most of his fans are still there anyways because of, you know, his view count to subscriber count. But that's neither here nor there. I am a very small creator, much smaller than he is, so I'm not going to say, oh yeah, this isn't a David and Goliath situation. I'm just commenting on what I see. I hope he stops trying to tear down the game that he claims to love is all. And yeah, that's where I'm going to leave that. Let's, palette cleanser, back to building. So, I realized that putting our wings here, our solar wings, it's kind of going to want to be a center of the station sort of thing. So I guess we're going to build like build tall instead of wide, which is fine, but I don't know if I'm really good at building that way. We'll find out. Okay, I have one last thing to say. In his most recent video, he made a jab at Keen by saying, oh, I'm going to focus on companies or games with devs that actually care about their, that actually care. And I can't let that stand. Sorry. I'm so sorry they don't care about fans that hate them, Jack. That they have energies to focus on people that like them and like what they're doing and want to see them succeed. And that's not you. And I'm so sorry that makes you mad, but that's kind of the way development works. Because why waste time and effort interacting with people who hate you? There, that's all I'm saying. All right, we're gonna put some windows in here, which means I need to start cranking out some more glass. That's probably too much glass. Well, actually, it's probably not too much glass, which is the sad thing. I wonder if I'm technically better at building bases than I am ships. I get a lot of experience building ships, and maybe not as much building, or I get a lot of, oh my goodness, a lot of experience building bases, but not as much ships. Oh no, I was building, and my favorite song came on. It's one of the Space Engineer songs that reminds me of FTL, and it's just such a great song. And then I placed a block and it changed. That's one thing I don't really love about this game. Again, here we go with the negativity versus positivity, but one of the things I would prefer changed is the way that the idea is dynamic music. So, you do something in game and then the music responds. But at least in Space Engineer's case, number one, it's a little jarring. I almost wish the music would like cue up a little better. Like, okay, so I started building. Don't just kind of immediately phase out the current song that I'm listening to and then have it, jump into the new one, because then it's just jarring, I don't even know what I'm doing with this, really. I just feel like experimenting, so I'm adding this, extension on the edge of the station that I feel like looks fairly cool. Okay, we're running out of steel plates, so let's queue up a bunch of those. We should have the resources for it. This is kind of just placeholder wall stuff, because this stuff is all placeholder too. I think what I'll do is I'll have an airlock here that like kind of comes down. I don't know what I'll do there yet. We'll wait it out. Ooh, this would be actually a cool place to put a little 4x4 window. 2x2 window, I should say. Do they not have a 2x2 window? 1x2. That could work. There we go. So now you would, in theory, come up these stairs and have a little pocket to look at your ship. There's a friendly military escort out there. That's nice. I feel protected out here in space. Okay. Yeah, I'm digging these external supports. We'll keep theory crafting this. I'm thinking I want to have it go skinnier now in here and then have it come and widen out again, and we'll connect these pylons. Ooh, is that a word? Is that the word for it? Then they'll connect it down there. So it'll kind of like, I'm gesturing with my hands like you can see me. We'll have it kind of shrink down and meet it to make it more of a unique shape than just the box that I have currently. So yep, pretty happy with that. I think that's what we're gonna call it for today, especially on the cusp of running out of energy. Thank you guys so much for watching. Leave a comment down below with any suggestions or comments. If you want to see anything LEGO Universe related, I am totally down. Oh, is that a ship that just flew over the sun? It is. Cool. If you want me to not ever talk about Space Engineers drama again, feel free to comment that as well, because yeah, that's not everyone's cup of tea. We don't have drama all that often in our community, so which is a good thing, honestly. And then any suggestions for our prototech chasing ship, definitely leave those in the comments as well, because I am excited to finish the station and get started on that so that we can go experience that. Anyways, thanks for watching. We'll see you guys in the next one.